Hi guys, welcome back to another Charity Tuesday video. It's Tuesday and we're talking about the things that I experience and, I've been through, because I've made it a thing on this channel that every Tuesday I talk about the reasons why I'm running the London Marathon, my experiences, my thoughts and feelings on certain things, and I just share that with the world. And if you want to sponsor me for the London Marathon, the link's in the box below. So this week I'm talking about my mental health. The main aspects of my mental health and the things that have affected me are I get flashbacks, nightmares, I've been diagnosed with depression, anxiety, and I get insomnia. 5 things. They're the 5 key aspects of it. I'm going to try and talk about this as honestly as possible, which is a little bit difficult because I don't really like talking about it all that much, and I don't know, I don't like people seeing me as vulnerable. So here we go, my discussion on my issues with mental health. After I was abused and I went to the doctors, I got diagnosed with depression and anxiety. I'm still diagnosed with those things. They're still things that I have. It's an ongoing thing. It probably will never go away. In fact, it never will go away because they're mental health conditions. So my anxiety and depression affect me in different ways at different times of the year and are triggered by different things. I have seen counsellors to help with them and give me different coping mechanisms, and I do have different ways of dealing with them myself. My mental health is something that can be quite fragile at times and can be triggered by different things. My triggers have changed over the years, particularly with my anxiety, because also as part of my mental health I also get flashbacks and nightmares, which basically transport you back into the time when you were abused. My depression is very, very, I don't know what the word is, it fluctuates. Is that a good word for it? I don't know. But basically with my depression, it comes and it goes at very different times. Now, I'm not very good with my own company. This is one thing that causes it to skyrocket. So if I spend a lot of time on my own, I know that I'm coming up to a period of where my depression is going to be particularly bad. Now a lot of people think because I'm quite smiley, I'm quite happy, I'm quite a confident, bubbly person, then I can't have these issues. But unfortunately that's not true. It does affect people who are quite confident because I put on a bit of a front, to say, so to speak. And usually when I'm my loudest, that's also when it can be quite bad because I'm trying to cover up all these feelings. I don't want to talk about them usually, so just leave me be. And yeah, my depression comes and it goes. It's nowhere near as frequent as what it used to be, and my dark days aren't as dark as they used to be, which is always a good sign that my mental health is alright at the moment. My depression comes and it goes as it does with most people, and it gets caused by different things. One of the main triggers of both my anxiety and my depression used to be my flashbacks and nightmares. Now they're not as frequent as they used to be, so that's not really as big an issue as what it used to be. I do still get them, but they're nowhere near as frequent as what they were because obviously I'm not dealing with it in the same way. Like, the abuse has finished, and I've gone through a lot of counselling, a lot of sort of therapy sort of things. So I'm sort of over that sort of hurdle, and now I'm sort of just me, and there's little things that trigger me now, and I avoid confrontation like the plague. I don't like getting in arguments or, and I'm very blunt and to the point with certain things, and, that can cause issues because I don't like soften the blow with anything, so that's the facts, and there you go, this is how we deal with it. I'm very matter of fact in how I deal with things. So if there's a problem, I'm a problem solver. I don't worry, because I emotionally detach myself from something. People say to me sometimes, you're heartless. I'm like, well, no, this is a situation, this is how we're dealing with it. And that's the way I've always been with my abuse and everything. Like, I'll take emotions out of the situation and be like, this is what it is. So that's the way I've always dealt with it. My anxiety at the moment is the worst part of my mental health because that can be triggered by a lot of different things. And people don't realise that. They think because I smile all the time, I can't be depressed, because I'm quite confident and quite chatty. Especially if I know you and I've been around you before, like, sometimes they wouldn't even know that, like, my anxiety is affecting me, or, because I'm quite good at hiding it. Like, I put on a front, I think, right, this is what I've got to do today, let's go do it. So I'm quite good at hiding those sorts of things, and you shouldn't have to, but that's the way it is sometimes. I've seen counsellors for it, doctors, I've attempted to take medication, but I never really took it because when reading through, I've always wanted to avoid medication where possible. Like, I just don't really want to, like, I don't have problems with anybody else taking it, but for me personally, I don't want to take medication for my depression or anxiety. I want to find ways to deal with it without having to take medication, purely because I don't want to be reliant on my mood or think my mood is based upon a tablet I'm taking. And I'm also really, really aware of the fact that some medication can be really addictive, and I've got a very addictive personality, and it just wouldn't go down well with me. So where possible, I've avoided taking medication whatsoever. My mental health does vary from time to time, and that's like the same with most people that have mental health conditions. Like, everybody has good days and bad days. It's just they can be really extreme. Like, when I'm in a good mood, I sometimes get like really apprehensive because I know it's gonna down, and I'm just like, I don't really know if I want to enjoy having this really good mood today because I know what's coming next. But it's not like that at the moment, so I am in a really good place mental health wise. My depression just comes and it goes when it does. If I'm having a bad day, I'll stick myself in my room, Netflix goes on, my headphones go on, or I'll go out for a walk. I used to be the worst person for going out walking, like at night. That's what I used to do. I used to drive people nuts, like absolutely nuts, because I'd just go, stick my headphones in, and I'll walk for like hours. Music helps. It's always helped. Like, it's one of those things. Writing poetry helps, and yeah, just sharing it, just getting it out there, I think has helped me a lot. And finding other people, like, with my anxiety, the things that help are, I've got a fidget spinner and that has actually helped my anxiety a lot. It just, I don't know why, it just did. I've got one of them fidget cubes, I don't know where it is at the moment. Doodling, drawing, they've all helped my anxiety. Being creative has always helped all aspects of my mental health because I find it just a great outlet, like writing my poetry, making videos, it's always just helped because it takes my mind off of it, preoccupies my mind, because my anxiety also does cause panic attacks occasionally, and they ain't pretty for anybody. It is what it is with my mental health, and I'm so matter of fact about it. Like, I don't know, it just affects me in different ways like it does anybody. And yeah, my poetry is definitely my #1 go-to thing. If my mental health is really bad, writing poetry helps. Some people take the mick out of me for writing poetry, and you know, it is what it is, like, but I find it a great way to sort of outlet what I'm thinking and feeling. But I think everybody has different ways of managing their mental health, and there is a stigma around it, and people think, oh, it's just an excuse, blah blah. It's not. It really does affect people. Like, it is one of those things, and it does cause problems for people. Like, people just think, oh, they look at me and they think, oh, she's smiling, she's happy. Probably sometimes not, actually. I'm smiling because I don't want to cry. But yeah, like, sometimes I'll be sat there, I don't even know why I'm feeling so rubbish, but like, it's like a cloud just comes in my brain, and it'll last for like days, weeks. Sometimes it lasted for months. But it is what it is. Like, and I just jumped back on the horse of life, and that's what happened. Like, I am really open about my mental health as well. Like, I don't talk about the causes so much, like what's causing it, as much, but I tell people, yeah, I've been diagnosed with it, but it doesn't stop me from, I try not let it stop me from doing things, because I don't want to I've got a massive fear of missing out. Massive. One of my biggest causes of my anxiety is the unknown. I don't like not knowing what's going to happen. I don't like not knowing what's around the corner. I don't like going into a situation not knowing anything. Like, I have to know everything. But then I'm not very good at planning things. It's weird. It's really weird. But there we are. But then I like to know every detail of everything, so maybe I am good at planning things. But then I'm also very spontaneous. Interesting. So yeah, I just think it's important to talk about mental health and to, like, be open about it and discuss it, and for people to realise it is a real thing. Like, It does affect people even if you don't realise it is. Like, it's just so important to, like, just be aware of it and aware that, like, the person sat next to you, they could be having the worst day, but you won't even know. Like, they could be having the worst week, the worst month, and you don't even know. Like, it's mad, isn't it, really? So yeah, I just think we need to be a bit more aware of each other's mental health and just not judge each other so much. So that's it for another Charity Tuesday. Just a little chat about mental health and how it affects me and what I have, what I do. If you can relate, if you've got another topic you'd like me to talk about, if you want to share your experience, or you just want to chat about anything, stick a comment down below what your thoughts and thinkings are, and thoughts and feelings. And yeah, make sure you subscribe to the channel. There's different videos coming all the time. If you want to sponsor me for the London Marathon, it will be greatly received, and it will go a long way and will help quite a lot of vulnerable children, make sure their mental health is great. It helps improve, it helps understand things a bit better, and it, help people who need the help, basically. So yeah, make sure you put a donation in the Just Giving page if you can. If you can't, make sure you share the link with people you know. If you think that they'll be able to sponsor me, it'll be great. I'll enjoy it. And hopefully we enjoy the marathon next year. Alexa, how many days until the 22nd of April 2018?
Sunday the 22nd of April 2018 is 252 days from today.
200 and how many? 252 did she say? That doesn't feel that long. Less than a year. Anyway, I'll catch you next time. Remember to like, comment and subscribe. Bye!